Okay, how are you? I hope you're doing good. We want to proceed with integration. Today we want to look at definite and indefinite integrals. Remember, we said that you can either be told to integrate or you can be given the sign extended s. So if you are given, for example, this sign stands for integrate. For example, it can be told this one means integrate 2x plus 1 with respect to x. So this sign stands for integration. So you can also be told the same thing. Maybe this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2x plus 1. So these are two cases. We have case 1 and we have case 2. So you realize 1 has some numbers. This is integrate 2x plus 1 with respect to x from 0 to 1. And this one has no 0 or anything. So this 0 and 1 are called limits. But this one has no limits. So if it has no limits, it is known as indefinite integral. This one is the one that is going to remain with C. But this one, we shall do both of them and you'll see the difference why this one is definite and so this one is indefinite integral. So it is indefinite because it has no limits. And this one is definite. You can determine the value because it has limits. And this case 0 is called the lower limit and 1 is called the upper limit. We will tackle both of them so that you know how they are tackled. So let's start with the indefinite integral. So you just integrate the way we have been integrating. So to integrate, this is 2x. Of course, this is plus 1 over 1 plus 1. This is plus 1x, 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1 plus c. So our integral here is going to be 2 over 2 x squared plus x plus c. So this will give us x squared plus x plus c. So you can see this is like a general integral because the value of c is not determined. That's why I say it is indefinite. The reason why it is indefinite, the value of c is not known. So that is very, very crucial that you know this is an indefinite integral. Now, for the definite integral, you just integrate the way we have integrated. So you integrate, it is 2x plus 1. So once you integrate, it is 0 to 1. You have to do something else. You have to introduce square brackets. Once you have integrated, you have seen the integral is x squared plus x plus c. You have to introduce what we call square brackets. And now these zeros come to the right. If you're integrating the left, now they come to the right. It is 0 to 1. The reason why it is called definite, you substitute the upper limit, then you also subtract the substitution for the lower limit. So you will get a value. So you come here, you substitute 1. So this will be 1 squared plus 1 plus c. Then you subtract the substitution for the lower limit, which will be 0 squared plus 0 plus c. So you realize the c and the c will cancel out. That's why it is called a definite integral. And 1 squared plus 1 will give you 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. So in definite integral, you get a value. But in indefinite integral, you get an expression with c. So that is the difference between definite and indefinite integral. So definite integrals has limits. So in general, in general, in definite integrals, it has limits. Let's say in general a to b, if you are integrating y with respect to x, so a is called the lower limit and b is called the upper limit. So when you have definite integral, you must get a value at the end as your final answer. And when you'll be looking at area under the curve, this will be the area. And how do you get this value? Once you have integrated, make sure that you subtract. Let's do another example. So other examples, you can be told integrate from 1 to 2, and this is 2x plus 3x squared. So this is a definite integral. So we go ahead, and before you integrate, make sure you put the square brackets. So this will give us, I hope you know how to integrate. This will be 2 over 2. So this will give us x squared plus, this will be 3x. This will be x cubed, because you add 1, you divide by the new power, you'll get x cubed plus c. But we have seen that the c will disappear. So it is not important that the c is written, but you can just write it so that now you bring the limits to this side. This is 1 to 2. That is 1 to 2. So after that, you substitute the upper limit. So this will be 2 squared plus 3 cubed. Now you substitute, the value of x is 2. So this will be 2 cubed plus c. Close your brackets. Subtract. The lower limit is 1. So it is 1 squared plus 1 cubed plus c. And that's why I said it's not important you write the c when it is definite integral. The c is only important when you have indefinite integral. The reason being, you are going to cancel it out, so it is not very, very important. Again, it is not a crime when you write it. So this will give us 4 plus 8, which is 12, minus, this will be 2, so this will give us 10. So that is what happens to definite integral. Sometimes you'll just be given an expression, maybe x squared plus x, and this is 0 to 1. This means you can see the square brackets. When you see the square brackets, it means it has already been integrated. So don't integrate when you see the square brackets. Only integrate when you see the sign for integration. So for this one, you just substitute directly. This will be 1 squared plus 1, bigger brackets, minus 0 squared plus 0. This one is already integrated courtesy of the square brackets. So this will be 2 minus 0 to give us 2. So when you see the square brackets and the limits are on the right, it means this is already an integral. So thank you. And for your exercise, do exercise 10.2. Do exercise 10.2 in KLB. Thank you and have a blessed afternoon.